So again, I find myself on this topic. Is not wanting to date a certain type of person some sense of bigotry towards that person? If you don't want to date or have sex with a transgender person, does that make you transphobic? My answer has been and continues to be absolutely not, but there is a group of people online that insists that it does.
But I find that the preferences argument in a lot of these situations tends to be a really weak as shit excuse for being, oh god, how do I say this? Super transphobic.
The preferences that she's quoting right here is in reference to the preferences that one has whenever you are attracted to another person. So apparently if your dating preferences don't include transgender people, you could be a bigot. This sounds oddly reminiscent to a video that I recently did on Riley J. Dennis, and there's a good reason for that. This is her girlfriend. Riley's girlfriend has a YouTube channel where she posted this video that is now, by the way, gone. This is a video that I responded to with my friend Ariel, and Riley is having a fit on Twitter about it. Hey Ariel, take down this defamatory, hateful video you did with Jaclyn Glenn where you falsely claim my girlfriend thinks sexuality is a choice. So let's see, shall we? Let's see if she simply said, dating preferences can sometimes be influenced by social norms, or let's see if she said certain dating preferences are transphobic.
So a gay man might say that he's gay and he loves dick and his sexuality is defined by the fact that he loves penis. Fantastic. And if you ask if they would, by their own logic, date a trans woman because she has a penis and that's what their sexuality boils down to, the answer is often still no.
Oh my gosh, I guess I need to explain this. Whenever you are attracted to somebody, for example, me, whenever I'm attracted to a guy, I first am attracted to their outward appearance. I'm not a psychic, okay? I don't have x-ray vision. I can't see through their clothes. I don't know what they have in their pants, okay? I just see a guy and I am either attracted to them or I'm not. Let's say I am attracted to them. That's the first step, okay? That's the first step in being in a relationship with somebody or dating someone, or even if you just want to hook up with someone. You see them, you're attracted to them, great. Next step, it's whenever the intimacy comes into play. Certain people have certain preferences, apparently, that needs to be in quotes, whenever it comes to who they want to be intimate with. Some people like vaginas, some people like penises, some people like both, and that's great. Me, for example, I have no attraction to vaginas. I would have a very hard time going there. So it has two parts, right? You know, you're outwardly attracted to somebody. I am straight, so I'm attracted to men. I would see a man, okay, great, I'm attracted to that man. Whenever it comes to being intimate, a vagina would cause a problem. Again, I am in shock that I need to continue to explain this to people. The gender that someone presents themselves as and the genitalia that they have goes a little bit further than just preferences.
Many of these reasons simmer down to preferences.
It doesn't matter how beautiful a woman is, and I can recognize a beautiful woman when I see one. It doesn't matter if she is the most gorgeous thing in the entire world, I will not be physically attracted to her. So let's take a look at this video that has Riley super butthurt.
Many of these reasons simmer down to preferences.
Sexuality isn't a preference.
Why?
You can't argue.
Is that in quotes?
Yeah, you can't argue and say that gay people don't have a choice to be gay, and then say that at the same time it's a preference.
She is basically saying that sexuality is a choice.
She's saying that you choose who you're attracted to.
To put quotes around it is saying that it's like nonsensical, like, oh, your preferences. I'm failing to see where we said something wrong. I've seen Riley do this in her videos too, where she says things along the lines of, if you are not attracted to or don't date transgender people, that you're transphobic. And it's no shock to me that Riley's girlfriend uses the same rhetoric. In my last video about Riley, I talked about how this is the type of mentality that the LGBT community has been fighting against, yet they continue to employ it. Isn't this the exact mentality that the LGBT community has been fighting against for so long, trying to say that your sexual preferences are not a choice? Hasn't that been the struggle, trying to convince people that it's not your choice that you're gay? You know, you just happen to be gay. It's not a choice, right? It's not a choice. And then she tries to make the argument, after all of this, that if a lesbian has been raped by a man, then it would be okay for her to not like the idea of a penis.
There are lesbians who are being sexually abused by men in the past, and so a penis is very triggering and it's just something that they never want to revisit again, and that's fine.
Do you have to necessarily be sexually assaulted by someone to not want a dick?
That's literally kind of what she's
like. You have to have some kind of traumatic experience for your sexual preferences to be valid. Oh, I'm sorry, your sexual preferences to be valid. This kind of reminds me of people who come up to me and they're like, "Oh, you're an atheist. What traumatic thing must have happened to you in your life for you to end up that way? It's perfectly okay for me to not have religious beliefs without having some kind of traumatic event happen in my life. And it's perfectly okay for a lesbian to not want penis even though she hasn't been raped. You can disagree with the idea that dating preferences can be influenced by societal norms. That's fine. Which, by the way, I didn't hear Riley's girlfriend talk about at all in the video. I just heard her talk about how if you say that you're not interested in transgender people, you're transphobic. That's what I heard. But arguing that dating preferences can be influenced by societal norms equals sexuality is a choice is a straw man. That's not the argument. People attack Fiona's bisexuality by saying that it's a choice. She would never say that. It's literally a homophobic attack used against her. This is not a homophobic attack that I'm using against anyone. If someone sits there and tells me that my disinterest in someone who presents physically as a female or has female anatomy, that if I just rule all of them out because that's not my preference, that I'm somehow transphobic. Someone telling me that is telling me that it's a choice. Because you're saying that how I feel is wrong. You're saying that my disinterest in anyone who is a woman, presenting physically as a woman, or anyone who has a vagina, that is wrong of me. That is a bad position to hold, and therefore I should change it. You are telling me that who I'm attracted to and what I look for in a partner romantically is wrong currently, and that it should be changed, because otherwise I would be bigoted in some sense. So whether or not she is aware of what she's doing, she is in fact sending the message to people that their sexual preferences are choices, and in fact, bad choices that need to be changed. And one thing that I did find to be particularly interesting was Ariel's video. A lot of comments were saying, oh look, two cisgendered girls talking about a trans issue, that we're out of our place, that we shouldn't be talking about such things because we weren't that. I think this whole concept is ridiculous, first of all, but even more so ridiculous in this particular case, because here we have a video of a cis girl telling other cis people, and I, as a cis person, am not supposed to be able to respond to that. When I literally have someone telling me that my preferences aren't okay and that I could somehow be bigoted because of my preferences, I'm not allowed to respond to that. That is such bullshit. And the same thing goes for Ariel. Ariel is a lesbian, and in this video she talks about lesbians. She says, if you're a lesbian, why wouldn't you want to have sex with a woman that might have a penis? Because if you don't, then you're saying that that trans woman isn't even a real woman, which hence makes you a bigot.
To me, it doesn't really sound like it makes much sense, because why would asking a lesbian why she doesn't want to have sex with a certain kind of woman be lesbian erasure? Unless you don't think trans women are women.
Again, for the millionth time, sexual attraction boils down to more than just outward appearance. It's outward appearance and what's in your pants. You need both of those for intimacy. And because you two have a combined reach of over 1 million subscribers, a lot of people are going to believe what you say. Fiona has already had people filling her mentions and comments on her unrelated videos saying she's awful for saying sexuality is a choice. And you fucking caused that. You invented this lie about Fiona and spread it to all of your followers, and that's unacceptable. That's bullying. Y'all both have 500K plus subscribers and Fiona has 14K. Do you not understand power dynamics? She does not have the structural backing to defend herself in this situation. Pick on someone your own damn size. So much wrong with this. I'm gonna start off with the fact that she's saying that we both have so many subscribers. First of all, I'm not talking about this on my channel until now because of you, so there you go. This video was only posted on Ariel's channel. At the time of you going on this rant about how badly it was affecting Fiona, it had like 5,000 views. It's not like this video went fucking viral and it's something that's just spreading all across the internet and just sending all of these masses of people your way. And before her video went down, Fiona's video had far more views than Ariel's did, telling people that they were wrong in the way that they preferred to date people. It's fascinating and kind of blows my mind that someone can have the audacity to put out a video on the internet that is pointing their finger at so many people saying you're wrong, the way that you feel is wrong, and expect that nothing's gonna happen, that they're not gonna get criticism, and that people who have channels that regularly debunk bullshit like this aren't gonna go after them. And by the way, why is this a thing now? Why is this an issue now? Ariel posts a video and now there's a problem? You know, Andy Worski posted a video on this exact on this exact thing. He responded to the same video a long time ago and it has over 100,000 views, but you flip your shit when you see a video that has a couple of thousand views. Why is that? Is it because Ariel is in the LGBT community and you feel like this is some kind of betrayal? It's a very weird thing for me to see because I look through her comments and I know if that same exact video were posted on my channel, it would not have gotten the same amount of hate. But go look at the comments on Ariel's video and you will see that the social justice warrior crowd is not at all dead and it's way more prevalent than we may believe it still is. So many people telling her that she was out of line for talking and that she was bigoted and that she was transphobic and demanding that the video be removed right now because it was so offensive. So many people calling us bullies. And since when is bullying simply disagreeing with someone? Constructive criticism or making a video where we point by point go through something we disagree with is not the same thing as bullying. But you know what? Saying that is a great way to silence opposition. Anybody who publicly disagrees with a YouTube video where I'm criticizing other people is a bully. Trust me, I know a thing or two about YouTubers who spread lies that become fact to so many people. In fact, both of you have happily supported the YouTuber who spread the lie about me not taking hormones. But hey, that's a different problem. Okay, so two things. First of all, you're talking about Blair White. Blair has apologized for saying those things. Actually, she made an entire video apologizing to you. And second of all, what do you mean happily supported? I never said those things about you. I never misgendered you. I have never been that person. Just because I enjoy some of Blair's videos, I've hung out with her once briefly at VidCon. I do like some of her videos, but that doesn't mean that I hold every single opinion that she holds, and you should know better than that. Take down the video and apologize if you have an ounce of decency in you. Do a new video on preferences if you want, but leave Fiona out of it. No. I mean, it's not my video, so I can't say, no, I'm not taking it down because that's out of my control. But I wouldn't take the video down if it were on my channel, and I wouldn't feel bad about it either. There's nothing to feel bad about. Whenever you put out volatile stuff on the internet, people are going to respond. And whenever you say things that I have a problem with, I'm going to call you out. Whether or not you have a huge channel or a small channel, just because a small group of people hold a bad idea doesn't mean you shouldn't call out that bad idea for what it is. I have never once in a video said that I think Riley is a bad person and that I hate her. I've never said I think Fiona is a bad person. I don't wish any ill will towards these people, but if they have an idea that I disagree with, an idea that I think is toxic, I am absolutely going to call that out, whether or not they have a huge following. I don't care if you are the most popular person on the internet or if you have 2 subscribers. If you say something horrible, I'm gonna call you out for it. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like this video if you liked it. If you hated it, dislike it. That's great. A rating is a rating. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!